Opportunity to come here and speak to my friends. Listen, friends, I'm not going to hold you long because I actually got a suit that is waiting for me that is homemade. But I wanted to come here and gently just speaking this to existence, a prosperous year to you, to your family, understanding that the power of your thoughts, they are powerful for. So whatever that you are putting in your thoughts, allow it to continue to be positive. I am still on this particular journey, believing in the power of prayer, believing that God can do anything. I trust the process of the things that is happening, friends, not just for my life, but for your life. If you are praying, listen, I have made this a lifestyle, not because it's a new year. It's a lifestyle that I can appreciate and I value it. I also want to tell my friends as well, you don't have to be perfect in this life. Just breathe and exhale and to know how to, give God, the thanksgiving and praises and that good old gratitude as well. This is this day that God has made and has given you, all of us, another opportunity. I want to say to my friends too, this social media, atmosphere for me in my latter years, hello, friend, and thank you for the love. In my latter years, it's very what you call unique in its own way, because sometimes only thing I just want to really see is those positive things. But, in the screen of social media, things can pop up. So as things was popping up and I was on which app was this now? Listen, I have to process it. It was Instagram, that's what it was. And it really moved me because I said, wow, these are the things that I'll be talking about, saying, what the world need is more love. And it showed the image that you got monks, maybe some of my friends I've heard of seen. You got monks that have taken it upon themselves to just walk in things, spreading peace and that light and the joy. And the meaning behind their particular walk is simply just spreading the light. And friends, if you're new to this space, I speak about, the power of prayer and God and how we are vessels that can spread that peace, light, and love. And at the same token, as I speak about it, I said that we are all, the particular, vessels that God is allowing us to live in this earthly space. And we get to identify with what we want to identify with. But the main thing that I love identifying is with that power of love and the power of forgiveness. And to see what you call a group of individuals, okay, that have been encouraged and is encouraging others just from walking and spreading peace, light, and love, how individuals receive them in the different cities of where they're walking from. Now, I'm not for sure. I was trying to get where they started from. I don't know whether or not it was Texas. I don't know where they started from, but wherever they started from, I just know it wasn't where I'm located at, which is in Florida. And what I'm saying is that the passion is when they arrive in places and how the word has gotten around that they're walking for peace and things, and how individuals that show up and how the tears flows from out of the particular eyes and how they are touched just from the light that they are spreading. And I love to just say this much: God can use anybody to spread the peace, light, and love and the power to forgive and things. Remember, friend, I'm still going to say I'm not anyone Bible school teacher or Sunday school teacher. I'm just a vessel to whereabout I show up in this YouTube space to basically to talk about that peace, light, and love and the power to forgive. I also talk about the power of the subconscious mindset for the new friends that may not understand what this channel, is about and things. I allow individuals to have their own opinions and things, but not necessarily to project or to make anyone to feel bad, because we have our own journey to discover and to undo some things in this particular life. I have lived decades in this earthly realm. Now I'm in my position in life to where about I am choosing the peace, light, and love heavily, because the more and more that I reach and that direction and the right vibration and the energy, it automatically lives within you. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to be in a rush about, how do you get it and how do you attract. If you believe in peace, light, and love, then those things shall follow you. And going back to the story of what I just popped up on because it appeared in my feed, and when I seen that, it's like individuals welcome them with open, what you call, hearts and things, and willing to give, the things that they need. Although they say you don't ask them, do you need this? You just be a blessing, of the things that they may need and things. And it was just, excited for me to see it that, God can use anybody to spread this peace, this light, and love that belong to all of us. So it's not just in one, area or particular, country that is spread, but it can begin from all of us. And I think the message is loud and clear that what the world need now is more the peace, light, and love and things in order to navigate in this earthly realm. So that's just my thoughts. Thank you so much, friends, for saying happy 2026 year. I sent out these words, prosperity unto you and your life in all phases of your life, and may you be directed with the right, ears to hear what the Spirit of the Lord may speak unto you this particular season in your life, and may you just trust the process in all areas of your life. I am so grateful to have friends that thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel from last year, including coming into 2026. Now, I must admit, friends, now, I take breaks and things because I can. Just let me say that much. I don't like the pressure of saying I have to, come here every day. But I will say that I did do, a lot of coming forth by doing it the way that best worked for me, like Monday through Friday and things. And sometimes I would pick up on the weekend. And I'm thankful that I was able to come here and still keep the positive attitude and the message, going. It takes, the consistency and being available to come here in the YouTube space and to speak positive and to say those positive things, not just for the friends, but even for myself. I want to thank my friends as well, just once again for the prayers that have went out and things, for individuals returning back to prayer, for individuals understanding that power, of love, about it can meet you right where you are at. You don't necessarily have to do, things in order to say where it's at. It lives within you once you accept it. Remember, seek God for yourself. Have your own personal, beautiful relationship with God. Allow God to pour into you. Get the answers that you need. Don't be afraid to release things and to let them go. Don't be afraid to travel in this journey alone if this is your season of traveling alone. Do I have a story about traveling in the season of any of my journeys alone? Yes. My stories for traveling alone, the lessons that was learned was for me to let me know that on the spiritual journey, and even personally, you really don't need any validations no other than from the Most High that have already purpose-filled your life. Because you'll find out if you are one of those individuals that is an introvert, not an extrovert, but an introvert. And individuals may think that, you're somehow different, which all of us are. We're unique in our own ways. Some individuals find peace, by traveling along in this journey, but meeting unique individuals along the way. But they like their peace to where about, they feel good just by being at home, going to work, coming back home, or whatever it may be. They don't have to be around individuals to say that they're at peace. They're at peace just for being who they are and their own uniqueness. And of course, individuals that are extroverts that, love being around individuals, love entertaining. There's nothing wrong with that because I believe, you can have both. You can be an introvert and an extrovert. But particularly for individuals in the seasons when you know your season is to whereby God is calling you for that a long time, enjoy the moment, enjoy the lesson. A lot of my grounding point came just in my time being alone and choosing it on purpose. I didn't, require to have, friends around me or going out doing different things, doing, dinner or anything like that because I was at peace in everything and I'm still am, but I'm learning how to have the balance, to be open to where about individuals that have that positive energy and the right vibration to where about, iron is sharpening iron. We can be forgiven along this path. We can talk about those particular things that we experienced that was good or bad. Everything in life that I realized, everything a part of my life have not been what you call in my thoughts good, okay, as the lessons. But now that I'm learning and growing, I'm realizing that those particular lessons was for me and they benefit my life because it made me go deeper and to understand the love of God. That love of God made a difference in my life, especially, okay, in 2025 and previous years. But seemed like 2025, for whatever reason, seemed like the whole sink was poured out upon my life to really seek deeper into love and the power to forgive, even though I was talking about it. But there were things that, took place, real demonstration that said, now, how do you navigate, how do you shift and how do you make it a lifestyle? And when I say that, I can appreciate those lessons because now I know that as being a vessel, and being utilized by God. God only, will use or send you through something, okay, in order to bless others. It does not mean, once again, that life need to be perfect is what I'm saying. It definitely means, though, being accountable, okay, and understanding that everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. That's why we're all uniquely made. And I want to also say this much, friends. Whatever you're sowing into your conscious mind that can go into your subconscious mind, those are the things that you can reap. So continue to sow in peace and light and love and harmony. In other words, make your life a lifestyle only for those individuals that want to make their life, completely different from how they showed up in it, and knowing that they want to see a different, newness in their life. Remember to seek ye first the kingdom of God and allow all of those beautiful things to be added into your life. There is nothing what you call is a shortage in things when it concerning your life. Although individuals may say that there is a shortage, what's for you is for you. God hand is not short is what I found out. God always blesses even in times when it seems like it is a shortage. In other words, let the money and let the currency flow, okay, in a way to whereby it doesn't cause you to feel as if, okay, you got a high level of stress going on or you got to stress out about those areas, and things that may want to appear to come up. Whatever you can't do, you just can't do it. Be okay with it. Be thankful for what you have and be full of gratitude and watch how God direct your life in this prosperous year. I speak it into existence in your life because you know what? Somebody spoken in my life. Somebody took time to pray for me and to believe in me and to understand the principles and the laws, okay, that is left for all of us. The only thing I'm doing right now is just pouring it back now by being a vessel that is truly, okay, being on purpose and understanding the peace, light, and love. I bless you with love. Oh God, I thank you. Friends, I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel. What I do, I get up early in the morning for individuals who want to know my timing. Early in the morning is when I get up and when I come here and I talk about the power of prayer. Or I just talk about those things and I'll read affirmations and things that probably may be a blessing to somebody. I move on my own uniqueness and how God created me. Sometimes I share little stories as well. Now, I don't go into those deep areas to where about, I sharing everything, but I share the things that can benefit those individuals who may feel like that they're stuck or who may be looking for a way out. I'm always redirecting individuals to have their relationship with God personally, have their prayer life, okay? In other words, the whereabout you are free to understand that prayer is free. This is my message that I sent out in this particular atmosphere when I come in this YouTube space. Now, when it comes to my personal life, for some individuals say, she's always talking about God and praying. Well, in this space, this is what my space in this social media and YouTube, this is what I do in this particular space. Now, I have thought about creating another channel talking about retirement. How do it feel, in your latter years? How do it feel if you retire young? Because I did retire young. And what are the things that you can still accomplish with residual income that came as a blessing, that being surprised about how the blessing would show up? So I've considered those things because these are the things that God allowed me to travel in this earthly particular journey, being able, to be a living vessel and to talk about those things, the preparation, the preparing and things, and then having, other decades of journey, upon your life that God, allow you to see if you can believe it and if you live it out. These are the areas that I know that I'm seasoned in, and God have granted me and allowed me, not only to live and to speak about it, but to have some experience in sharing in that particular area. Now, in talking about those things, I wouldn't come here trying to be anyone expert over anything of what they're trying to do, but I would just share from my life experience and the benefits that I'm still benefiting, and being able to have what you call a easy, and some people call it a soft life, but I call it a blessed life. Being able to be relatable as well, to stay humble in things, and to tell individuals that, listen, if you stay prayed up and if you keep your spiritual bank account in prayer, feeding it and things, then other things in your life that you're trying to get as you turn different ages and things, because remember, none of us are going to be the same age. You're going to grow, you're going to mature in areas, you're going to find yourself completely, as you are even thinking about, doing something, shifting in life, you're going to find yourself, with some questions and answers. And I'm particularly talking about the retirement, the lifestyle, other opportunities that you can do to create other areas, of income to come in for you even after you retire. It's so much to talk about in that particular area. And sometimes when I come here early in the morning, by us being on just the power of prayer, I don't find a way at this time to be creative enough to talk about it. So I have considered doing a channel talking about, how it feel and the blessing, that it is, to be able to be a living vessel, to experience it and then to pour back into others. Now, I must say this much in things, friend. Once again, I don't never want you to think Happy New Year to you too, friend. I appreciate you. Good evening to you and to the individuals saying Happy New Year. I don't never want my friends to think that I don't appreciate them. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support that you give here in this space and on this space. I really do. So I want to say thank you once again. Blessings and power unto you. Thank you for being on this journey with me in this YouTube space because, as you know, friend, I will continue to learn how to navigate in this space. I come here live most of my videos. This is what I'm comfortable with, and things coming here live. And as friends know, when you come here live, anything can, happen, and things with bloopers and things. Y'all seen me get my tongue twisted up, child. Things just done happen and everything. That's what happened. Listen, I'm not trying to be perfect in this space. I'm just trying to share the peace and the light and the love, and talking about the power to forgive, and making it a lifestyle as well. On this particular journey here, in my particular now season, I'm just taking it one day at a time. One day at a time. All right, friends, keep your notification on. Wake up possibly some mornings, not every morning if you can, because I wake up early, friend, when I come here in this YouTube space. I really do. About 6 o'clock, I like to come, but sometimes before 6, around 5:30 possibly, I come. I leave the videos up as well, friends. That's one thing I will say. Thank you once again. Now let me check my chat. I do that as well. I try to make sure I check. Everybody so far have positive message saying happy blessed new year. Happy blessed new year back to you. God is good. Have a good day. You have a good day as well. It's evening where I'm at, but it's okay as well. Someone say today is what, your birthday, and no one wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, friend. Hope that you can receive this in a beautiful way. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right. Well, that's all for now, friends. Thank you for allowing me to come today and just to be a blessing and say, friends, allow your year to be prosperous. Allow each day and take each day just one day at a time, okay? Whatever you can't do or complete that day, be okay and be at peace with it, okay? All right, friends, I love you and thank you for the support once again. Thank you. Blessings and power unto you. Have a great and amazing evening, day, or morning, or whatever it may be, okay? Thank you. Happy, beautiful, beautiful, and prosperous year each day, one day at a time. Thank you.